Hi, I'm Nikki Damuth, and I have the honor and the privilege of being Michael's 10th grade English teacher, as well as one of his biggest fans and his friend. One of the most appealing aspects for me when I began teaching was the potential to have a positive impact on my students' lives. But I never imagined the impact that a student could have on mine. I've taught over 1,000 students during my 15-year teaching career, but there are some students who affect you in a way that makes you realize you were their teacher because you were meant to be in each other's lives. That's how I felt about Michael. Of course, he was brilliant. I don't remember him trying to make me look dumb, but he probably did. But somehow, this crazy smart kid was also the funniest person in the room. Every day with Michael in my classroom was like a comedy club. He had an unparalleled sense of humor. He thankfully didn't let me see the sick side of his humor until after he graduated from high school. But I knew Mike was going to be a part of my life long after having him as a student because of how much I adored him and his family, and because of how he made me feel. He always made me feel like I was so important to him. The pride I had sitting in these very seats, watching him play for my Spartans, and then him beelining past his fans to come greet me and my kids after a big game. I always felt so honored by him, but here we are today. This isn't how it was supposed to happen. Michael's life was full of accomplishments, and there was always something new, amazing, and extraordinary going on. Every time we talked, it was about the next stage in his successful journey of life. That's what makes this so hard. But my 10-year-old daughter, Lucy, said it best the other day. We spent the other day watching clips about Michael and reading about him together, and she said, "Mom, somehow it doesn't seem like his life was short because he accomplished so much in 24 years. His life was so full." She had it right. But it's still hard, and there's nothing I can say or do to make this any easier on any of us, especially you, Karen and David and Katie. Karen and David, you raised a phenomenal man. You instilled in him that he could dream big and achieve anything he wished, and he did exactly that. Katie, I love the relationship you and Michael had and the brutal honesty between the two of you. Like when he recently started combing his hair to the side and wearing loafers, and you said, "You look like an old man, quit it." But you, my sweet Katie, were his biggest fan, and he knew it. But the battle we're all gonna have right now is wanting Michael here. So what do we do now without that larger-than-life personality in our lives, without that guy who we could not get enough of? Our emotions are all over the place. We're mad, we're sad, we're confused. But think about how Michael would feel seeing us like this. It's not sitting well with him, I can guarantee that. In fact, I can picture him right now seeing all of us. He'd prefer to shake us all from our sadness and say something incredibly witty or show up in some disturbing costume, complete from the big bushy wig to the raunchy Daisy Dukes, or pet an imaginary cat on national television just to make us laugh. So back to what do we do now? When I'm beginning to learn about experiencing tragedy and loss, is how important it is to celebrate and appreciate the people in your life while they are here on this earth, and have the faith that we will be reunited. Losing Michael will make us do that. He would want us to, because that's how he lived. He made every minute count and filled his time here making each person feel important. We need to cling to the relationships, the laughs, and the memories we each shared with him, and soak in and admire the lives he was able to impact as witnessed here today. Mike meant something different to every person here. He was a brother, a son, a teammate, a friend, and so much more. Regardless of how he was connected to you, what each of us knows is the impact that he had on us. We can all strive to be like him. We can carry on his legacy of living for each day, striving to make other people feel good and laugh. I love you, buddy. I miss you. Go Green.